our own company, right? 45 minutes of inner game empowerment, half an hour of following up on hot leads and current customers and past customers, and then 45 minutes of prospecting mastery, just getting on the phone, being focused, making those phone calls and getting those emails out.
And I'm so glad I came on the YinYang course. It's been truly inspiring.
Even if I improve 5 to 10% every time, it's great improvement. It gets better, and I need that.
I'm on a high. Again, thank you so much, Stephen and Vinesh. I promise you, this is something, like I said, you need to come here once a week. It is purely for your benefit.
2 hours a day for a couple of months and you are flying out of the bank manager's office. Ladies and gents, it's a beautiful opportunity. Vinesh and I are incredibly powerful in the room, and we love setting salespeople's bank accounts on fire.
And I want to tell you, what an eye-opener. Now, I fancy myself as a salesman, but gosh, these guys are good.
The presentation was really excellent.
I can really testify it's working for me. I've expanded my network, my business has expanded.
So if you want provocative, shape-shifting, paradigm-breaking, if you want to move people, your salespeople, to be inspired, motivated from within, taking so much action so they can earn so much commissions, that is what we will bring to your business. When salespeople make great commission, they happy. When businesses produce profits, they impressed and grateful. And when shareholders earn their dividends, there's nothing more sublime. We are provocative, we are different, we will challenge and we will move your people in a direction that's productive and generates revenue for you and your business. Half of my friends are dead. The other half are in jail. I was born and raised poor on the Cape Flats, where drugs and gangsterism rules. While I lacked football, boxing, or basketball skills, I found the skill of sales. I've spent my life studying, learning, mastering the art of selling so that I could give back the gift of sales so that people like you can sell your way out of the ghettos. My name is Vinesh Maharaj.
I wake up every morning and I wonder about the meaning of life. I wonder why we're here. I wonder what this is all about. And I wonder how I can eke out a better living for myself, my family, and the people I love. I've spent hours and hours with the best minds on earth. Those that have passed, I've spent time with them reading up on their works. It now gives me great pleasure to take what I've learned, take what I've tweaked, take what I've tested, and share it with people who are interested in learning. I was born
Half of my friends are dead. The other half are in jail. I was born and raised poor on the Cape Flats, where drugs and gangsterism rules. While I lacked football, boxing, or basketball skills, I found the skill of sales. I've spent my life studying, learning, mastering the art of selling so that I could give back the gift of sales so that people like you can sell your way out of the ghettos. My name is Vinesh Maharaj.
I wake up every morning and I wonder about the meaning of life. I wonder why we're here. I wonder what this is all about. And I wonder how I can eke out a better living for myself, my family, and the people I love. I've spent hours and hours with the best minds on earth. Those that have passed, I've spent time with them reading up on their works. It now gives me great pleasure to take what I've learned, take what I've tweaked, take what I've tested, and share it with people who are interested in learning. I was born poor, and it's not great. And now I have sold myself out of the ghettos.
Well, 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 it seems like it doesn't matter how often you practice to get something right. Sometimes these things just don't pan out. We're going to try that last video one more time.
Half of my friends are dead. The other half are in jail. I was born and raised poor on the Cape Flats, where drugs and gangsterism rules. While I lacked football, boxing, or basketball skills, I found the skill of sales. I've spent my life studying, learning, mastering the art of selling so that I could give back the gift of sales so that people like you can sell your way out of the ghettos. My name is Vinesh Maharaj.
I wake up every morning and I wonder about the meaning of life. I wonder why we're here. I wonder what this is all about. And I wonder how I can eke out a better living for myself, my family, and the people I love. I've spent hours and hours with the best minds on earth. Those that have passed, I've spent time with them reading up on their works. It now gives me great pleasure to take what I've learned, take what I've tweaked, take what I've tested, and share it with people who are interested in learning. I was born poor, and it's not great. And now I have sold myself out of the ghettos and into the suburbs. It would give me no greater pleasure than to take you along on that journey.
Good day, everybody, and welcome to the yin-yang of sales. We are about to get started with a very exciting program for you today. We are going to introduce some people that are quite literally going to help you change your lives. And I'm going to start off just by covering a few etiquette and house rules. First of all, if you don't mind, in the chat box, please send a private message to Vinesh or to Stephen with those details, your name and surname, your email address, your contact number, and just spend a second explaining what is the issue. What would you really like to gain out of this webinar? What is something that is so challenging for you that if you could address that thing and make it better, it's going to change so much for you. Guys, I'm just going to take a second to stop the videos. If I don't get around to you, please stop your video. We are trying to save the bandwidth, and so there we go. All right, so please spend a second typing that information in a private message to Vinesh or to Stephen. And let me go to the next slide, and I'll show you how to do that. So if you look at the bottom of this slide, it shows you there in the message box. This is just for people who are a bit unfamiliar with Zoom. In the message box, you can click on that drop-down list next to where it says to. The default is everyone. Just click on that, and then you will see everybody that is on the webinar. And please choose Vinesh or Stephen, and you will then be able to send a private message to them. So that is just for obviously for our records to collate who's on the webinar, whose information we have, and who would really like to get some assistance from Vinesh and from the guys that are the terrific trio at the YinYang of Sales. I would encourage you to keep the manage participants window open. You can find that in the little menu control bar, the little black bar with all the icons on. If you look, usually third from the left, it says manage participants. You click on that and it opens the participant list, and you can then see all the people that are on the webinar with us right now. And then also the chat box. That is very important. If you, even more important, just keep the chat box open throughout the, sorry, if I'm stalling a little bit, I'm just trying to stop people's videos here. It is distracting for the other participants, and it also consumes more bandwidth than is really necessary. So the chat box, the chat window is important to keep open because the presenters or the hosts may be sharing information as we go along that is quite important for you to consume. You know, it's a fact that when you listen to something, you retain probably 30 or 40% of what you listen to over the next 4 or 5 days. If you actually read something, you retain about 50% over the next 4 or 5 days of what you are reading. But if you participate, if you actually do something, it makes a huge difference. You remember most of what you have been learning, of what you've been consuming, and you do that over an extended period of time. So the point here is just to participate, to get the most value out of what you're going to experience over the next hour with these amazing people that are going to be sharing their hearts with you and their sales passion with you. Participate. They're going to ask you from time to time to share some comments or something in the chat box, and then or in the chat window. Please do that. So if you're with me, this is what I'm going to ask you right now. If you're with me and you're fired up and ready to go, please just type a number 1 in the chat box. Let's see if everybody's awake and ready for the takeoff of our amazing webinar today. Thank you, Mark. Thanks, Vivian. Thanks, Natasha, Michael, Amandeli, Antoinette, Elise. Wonderful. Thank you, guys. This is going to be such an amazing webinar. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very honored to be in a support role here for Vinesh and the team, Max and Stephen. And so we are going to get going now, and we're going to start off by introducing our terrific trio. I'm going to bring them on stage, so to speak, the virtual stage. Everything is virtual now, isn't it? With our lockdown, we're celebrating day 1 of our lockdown, and everything is going virtual. So I do see, before I introduce anybody, I do see a couple of people putting their hands up. That is fantastic, guys. We will be addressing you if you want to send private messages with your hands up. What Vinesh and Stephen, Max are going to do as they go along, they are very passionate about their topics. So they're going to focus on what they want to share with you. If there are any questions, we will draw their attention to it, and they may be answering your questions as they go along, or we may just keep it towards the end and answer your questions. But yes, if you have something to say, put your hand up, and that's fantastic. Thank you very much. So the first person that I'd like to introduce you to is somebody that I've gotten to know a little bit over the past few days or weeks. A young man by the name of Stephen van Basten. Now, Stephen is a guy with credentials as long as your arm, but he knows how to play the game from the heart, the inner game of sales. He is an advanced Toastmaster. He's not only written books on his subject of passion, but he's trained as a DeMartini method facilitator. That takes some doing. He's also an advanced Toastmaster. He's worked with the major corporations to assist them using his expertise to achieve their goals and their objectives. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you, as soon as I can help Stephen unmute his voice and put his video on, I would like to introduce you to Stephen van Basten. Just give me one moment. Here we go.
Right. Good morning. I hope you can all hear me. Stephen van Basten here. And gosh, can you believe it? We are on day one of lockdown in South Africa, beautiful South Africa, a lovely country. I posted on Facebook last night that we weren't even in lockdown, and oh gosh, hold on a sec. We weren't even in lockdown, and I already had cabin fever. So the next 21 days is going to be quite something for me. I enjoy getting out. Thanks, Vivian. I enjoy getting out. I enjoy doing beautiful things. But we'll be, of course, taking the time now to just be safe, stay away from people, do some social distancing, and take the time, to connect to my family. One of the things we need to be very cognizant of in this time is that even though we're on lockdown, doesn't mean people aren't working. I guess so. My good wife Jackie works for Discovery. She's working from home. She works every day. She sits at the desk from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock religiously and does her work. So we may have this thing that everyone's at home and everyone's doing nothing. Those of us that are blessed to be able to actually work from home are actually working. And let me assure you, every single MD, every single CEO, every single financial director in South Africa is sitting at home wondering how to make it through the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months, in fact. So one of the things we need to do immediately, even before address this beautiful subject of distance selling or non-face-to-face selling or social distancing selling, is how can we tweak our offer? How can we tweak what we do to solve the problem right now? So to solve other people's problems, businesses' problems. So how do we tweak our offer to accommodate and help the people around us? So I promise you, if you phone some MD today and go, listen, but I've got this and this is what I do. While you guys are in lockdown, we can do ABC for you. He's going to be listening. Okay, if you can save him time or money or energy or stress, I promise you right now, there are millions and millions of people actually doing a beautiful thing. And I encourage all of you to do the same thing. It's just sit down and work on your business. Vinesh, Max, and I are taking this 21 days to actually just sit down, video conference each other every day and work on our business. In other words, in 3 months' time, and I think it's going to be 3 months as opposed to 3 weeks, in 3 months' time, when the virus is dead and gone and but a vague memory and we hit the tar, let's hit the tar running and ready and willing and able, not starting to set up at that stage. So some of the things you could be considering right now is, listen guys and girls, ladies and gents, this is a working session. It's a webinar. I'm not going to give you a magic formula that if you type it into your cell phone, turn around 3 times and drink a beer upside down, that you're going to have sales just running into your laptop, okay? I'm here and we are here to help you to think and to get the ideas yourself. Every one of our businesses is different, and we need to relate to this in a different way. So let me give you a quick quick thought. What we're doing is I work with the inner game. T.R. Vecker, beautiful man, a very wealthy guy, and a great trainer, asserts that you can only earn as much as your self-worth, your self-belief. So I'm so confident. I'm so sure after 55 years, and thank you, Brett. Brett called me a young man. I love that. People do tell me I'm younger than my age, or I look younger than I really am. I'll take that one on the chin. Thank you. But in my 55 years of learning and teaching and spending time with the best minds on earth, and testing and tweaking and putting things into my own life, I'm 100% certain. In fact, I know some of you are going to argue, right, because it's not really possible. I'm 110% certain that it all starts with the inner game, the inner belief. I'm going to ask you right now, how are you relating to the virus? How are you relating to lockdown? You know, because Henry Ford once said, if you think you can't or you think you can, you're right. Whatever is going on in your head, that is your reality. You know, if you said to me, you know, I believe we're going to all die within the next 21 days, I'll say, you're absolutely right. You believe that. You do believe that. So let us start with our beliefs, and I'd like to encourage everyone in your belief system, in your mind, when that little voice is speaking to you, just monitor it. Okay. Sometimes you need to say, "Get behind me, little voice. I don't believe that. I'm not buying into that. I'm not buying into the panic buying and the this and that and all of the conspiracy theories. This is a massive thing." We're doing the right thing in the lockdown. I support our president. What a wonderful guy, and leadership is so beautiful. And so I need to ask you all, what leadership are you showing? You know, you want to learn how to sell, how to social distance sell, and also actually how to lock down sell. What we want to do is we want to do two things. We want to live ourselves. So 6 months from now, our first goal is still to be alive, right? And have our family alive and our parents alive. God bless them. So that's what we want. And then we want our business alive. So I'm asking you questions. John DeMartini says the quality of your life is a reflection of the quality of the questions you're asking. So I'm going to ask you some quality questions. Please accept my apologies right now. I'm not going to give you the answers like 1, 2, 3, do A, B, C, D, and you're going to become rich in lockdown. You'd have to be selling hand sanitizer for that, and I think that time is already over. So what are you doing? What leadership are you showing out there? When you're on Facebook, are you moaning and groaning, or are you out there being in a leadership position and showing people just what a wonderful person you are? Adrian Milner, that video looks beautiful. Yeah, I can see your swimming pool. May I ask you, however, to turn your video off so that we can show everyone gets to hear. So I'm going to work on the inner game. Vinesh Maharaj, my great partner, magnificent guy, he's going to be working on the outer game with you. What can we do in the outer game to start selling more and to use this time wisely? So please be patient. Very people say to me, you know, what's this inner game stuff got to do with sales? It's got everything to do with sales. All right, so be patient through my piece. I promise you, we're going to go into the depths of your mind and just reframe some stuff. Vinesh is going to then give you some more practical stuff in the outer realities. And our good friend Max Khan, who, to be honest, we're not quite sure if he's online and if he's coming on. He's had some lockdown issues. He's a single parent, and there have been some issues around that. So he may or may not come online. If not, it doesn't matter. We'll be 20 minutes shorter, or Vinesh Maharaj will be 10 minutes longer, because both of us just love what we're doing. So Max Khan, super game. He's going to introduce you to the super salesperson, the super personality, the super perfect, beautiful you. So let's go. Firstly, the first question and most important question I'd like to ask, and this comes from T.R. Vecker's work, right, about how much you earn. So you can only earn as much as your self-worth. I want to ask you what you've earned in the last year. What's that number? Now, don't get your calculators out, just more or less. What did you earn? What commission did you make? Or what was your turnover? What's the number? And hopefully you've got a pen and paper. Won't you write that number down, please? So there were a couple of things. There are a couple of things that this relates to. Firstly, whatever it is that number is actually reflects your self-worth, your self-belief. from an inner game perspective, there are two beautiful questions we can be asking ourselves. One, how do I raise my self-worth? How do I raise my self-belief? How do I raise my self-confidence? Because as you raise that self-confidence inside, you will be changing the outer realities. The second is, and it's a little bit more esoteric, so please forgive me for this, is how do I change my frequency? Because ladies and gents, the truth is we are just frequency. We are all frequency. Your frequency is manifesting what's around you. So in some strange way, the frequency of the human race has created coronavirus. And please don't start apportioning blame to geographical areas and cultural people, etc., etc. It's here, it's a human thing, and we are fighting it as human beings. Louise, if you don't mind, it's lovely to see you, but would you turn your video off, please, just to preserve, it's Louis, it looks like, sorry, man. So thank you for that. So how do you raise your frequency, and how do you raise your self-esteem? And that's my game as an inner game coach. That's what I'm here to do. So now, this number that you have written down, do you know that anything's possible? So what I want you to do is I want you to double that number, and I want you to have an inner belief that you can actually double your sales this year, despite coronavirus and despite the lockdown. Okay? So write down, double that number, and Vinesh, Max, and I commit to you in the next month, for those of you who join us, for those of you who keep joining us and being with us and going through our beautiful process, we promise you, we guarantee you that we can get you to double that number. You know, a whole bunch of, let me just give you some human behavior stuff. We're not going to come here and go, we're going to make 5 times, 10 times, 100 times, and sell you this big dream and then let you down later on, because that's what most trainers are doing out there. We really want to just be authentic. We want to be believable with you and tell you you can double your income. That's it. And we'll help you do that in the next year. So once you write that number down, put a little heart around it and just go, it's imperative. Just right below that, it's imperative that I make this number. If you like a different way of saying that, it would be, I give myself permission to earn this number. So I'm going to call it R1 million. Okay. So R1 million, for want of a better number, is, and this is income or commission, not turnover. So let's just say I want to earn R1 million this year. It was 500,000 last year. I want you to just write down, I am worthy of this R1 million. Right now, okay. So how are we going to do this? How do we get into social distancing selling? So firstly, the example we're setting right now is, hey, thank you, all of you. You've obviously downloaded Zoom, so you're already getting there. You're already getting there. So what we need to be doing is using technology. It's simple as that. How can you use technology in these next 3 weeks, 3 months, to still continue seeing as many prospects as? This is an absolute blessing, ladies and gents. You know, my good man, Vinesh Maharaj, has been telling us for years that the phone is our best friend, right? That on the other end of this phone, all of your contacts and all of your prospects. And the more you get to use this beautiful instrument here, the more money you can make. Do you know how much time we have wasted traveling to see people, traveling to meetings there and back, an hour there, an hour back, getting stuck in the traffic? This is just going to force us to sell better, to sell more cleverly, all right? And so what we need to do is we need to start to just work around some thoughts, some objections. So how do we, in our phone pitch, when we are phoning to make an appointment, to actually, now the outcome of this is not to get a meeting, but to get somebody onto Zoom or Skype or some form of chat, all right? What can you formulate in your wording that'll make that viable? And it's so easy. People just don't have a choice right now. You know, you're going to phone people and say, listen, you know, I'm phoning you to bless you with my service, bless you with my ideas, bless you with my products. I know we're in a lockdown situation right now. You know, can we please set up a meeting for sometime this afternoon via Skype? And I promise you, it'll just be 10 minutes unless you have questions. You know, you've got to work the wording around and help people just to learn technology and get onto that bandwagon. So I'm going to ask you right now, firstly, listen, we're in lockdown. So in theory, if we listen to the government, in the next 5 to 10 days, if you're not sick, we should have missed it. Unless you've been naughty, walking the dogs and visiting the neighbors, etc., etc. If you're not in contact with anyone, you should be fine. But at this time, the greatest thing you can do is boost your immune system. So what's your daily regime going to be to stay healthy mentally, emotionally, physically, and boost your immune system? So I will give you some hints from my side. Jackson and I wake up every morning. We do 15 minutes of yoga. We do 10 minutes of Wim Hof breathing. I jump on the trampoline for a bit while she makes some celery juice, terrible stuff. Celery juice helps you to pH balance the blood. And we know, or we believe that disease doesn't live in pH, in a proper pH balance, right? That's what Wim Hof breathing does as well. Then we get in the shower, not together always, and have a hot shower followed by a cold shower, even through winter. Just boost that immune system. Now, that's the physical side. What are you doing in your business? Ladies and gents, how are you changing the way you do business to be in the coronavirus time, eating and spending, etc., etc.? I'd love you right now to have a couple of goals. Could we have a couple of goals for this lockdown period? So it's 3 weeks, in my mind, 3 months. This corona thing is a 3-month issue. So could we have a couple of goals? Number 1, still be alive. Okay. Number 2, have all my family still with us. Great. Now, 3, I've paid all my bills through this period. I've paid my bond. I've paid my car. Everyone who blessed me with credit, I honor them and I pay them. Isn't that a great goal? I'm not going to go to the bank going, I can't afford it, I can't afford this. And I know we're all in different places, but can we at least have this as an ideal that we make it through the next 3 months whole financially? What are you doing to change the way you do business? How can you get online in these next 3 months, firstly, having worked your business, having worked on your business, and then secondly, have any of you thought of setting up meetings? How many of you got physical meetings set up for 3 months' time or for 2 months' time, so that when the virus is over, when lockdown is over, we can get out there hitting the road running? So one of the things we need to do is actually get online, just phoning people and making, thanks Brett, and making appointments for 2 months from now. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen? You're going to wait for 2 months. Then we're going to get there all clear, and then you're going to start prospecting, and then it's going to be 2 months later when you start seeing your first clients, and 2 months after that when you see the money coming in. So listen, we had a question around how do you sell property? You know, in my opinion, one thought, and I'm not a real estate agent, but one thought is that you know, you get your sellers to put their video on and walk through the room. Walk through their house, send that to you and any prospective buyers. You send them that video. We don't need to always physically show people. So I know you can't send your professional photographers, but in this time, why not just get a video of the owner walking you through the house? Hey, this is the jacuzzi. We've had years of pleasure there. That's the pool. Look at the kids swimming in there, and let them send you a video that you can send to prospective people. Also, you know, I know that estate agents spend a lot of time on the phones, phoning people, asking them if they want to sell their home. What a beautiful time. I promise you right now, when you phone people, they've got time. They're sitting at home, many of them just waiting for the phone to call, just longing to have someone speak to them. So let's use this time of loneliness, while people are feeling lonely and vulnerable. And I'm not saying exploit the vulnerable, right? Just when they're feeling this way, to give them a call, have a chat, and tell them about our product. So I want you to write that number down again, that magic number of doubling your income. So ladies and gents, I've got a little bit more time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through my 9 steps of manifestation. And this is just an inner game aspect of part of the success of the YinYang of sales. We use this extensively. So please have your pens ready. Please have paper ready, and let's work through this quickly. And then we're going to probably be handing over to Vinesh Maharaj once I'm done. I just want to reiterate, at the end of this, please don't get angry with us. We're going to make you an offer. We're going to show you how we've taken our very physical sales training bootcamp, 2-day boot camps, and put it into a webinar and online-based program. So we have changed, and it's been beautiful. You know, we've had this on our to-do list for 18 months. The virus is forcing us to sit down and get done what actually needs to be done. So what can you do in your business that just, what is it you've been putting off and always going, I don't have the time, I don't have the time, I don't have the time. Well, now you have the time. So make a list of all the things you need to do in your business to ensure that, thank you, Vivian, to ensure that you're alive and well and financially viable 3 months from now. So here's point number one, and we've started it, right? We started this earlier on. And the first point is work out where you are right now. All right, so where are you right now? Let us stick to turnover or commission. Of course, this exercise can be used in thousands of ways. And I've got some slides just now that I'll show you of how we work with manifestation, because really what we're trying to do is manifest some wealth, some sales over the next couple of months. Right, so where are you now? We've already done that. Where do you want to be? We've already done that. So we've doubled our income. The third one is probably the most important one. Is it important enough? Okay, John DeMartini, one of my gurus, will tell you that, you know, any goal that's not high in your values, you will never achieve. Okay, because at the first obstacle, you'll give up. So what we want to do now is I want to ask all of you, and I want you to go into your heart, into your soul, into your mind, into your consciousness, and answer it honestly. Is it important enough for me to make that magic number? For example, the R1 million that I used as an example. Is it important enough? Then number 4 is work out what you need to do. These are so simple. So work out what you need to do to go from point A to point B, from where you are now to where you want to be. What are the steps you need to take? What can you do every single day just to get you further and further to that, or closer and closer to that goal? Number 5 becomes more interesting. So I suggest you go to Google Images and you find an image. So I've got images of money, for example, you know, images around this goal. So get a nice image of money, or you can see, you know, graphs of sales going up, or bank statements. You can create a false bank statement showing at the end of the year you've got that $1 million in the bank. All right, and then work an affirmation or a prayer around that. Affirmation and prayer, same thing, right? So, and I like the one John DeMartini gives. I think it's beautiful. I give myself permission to earn 2 million rand this year. I give myself permission to earn 5 million rand this year. I give myself permission to rent out 5,000 square meters of space. I give myself permission to sell 20 homes this year. I give myself permission to change my business in such a way that it keeps me whole during this time. So give yourself permission to be great. Give yourself permission to achieve. Give yourself permission to grow the self-confidence, the self-image, the inner belief that, you know, you are beautiful, you are perfect, and you are deserving. So the next one is a bit of fun. So what you're going to do then is you're going to take that photograph, or that picture, you're going to take that affirmation, and then look at it every day. I suggest you put it behind the toilet door, especially if that's what you see when you're on the pot. Just look at that and just visualize that and say the affirmation. So right now, let's do that. Why don't you just visualize yourself on the phone, on Skype, just visualize yourself right now, making contact with prospects and selling over the phone, selling over the internet. Why don't you just see yourself right now with your telephone, phoning people, phoning strangers and offering them your product. You know, even if you're setting them up for 3 months time or 2 months time when you can go and see them, won't you just see yourself? We need to change our inner game to reflect this new reality. We're in a totally new world. When we come out of this in 22 days time, I promise you we're in a different world. And unlike the dinosaurs who didn't adapt, we are going to adapt. So understand you have this ability to change with the times, and you need to. I'm going to keep coming back to the same question just to ask your beautiful brain, because if you ask your brain often enough, it'll give you the answer. What do I need to do within my business to survive the next 3 months? What can I do to sell in a different way that will keep money coming in? How do I need to change my terminology to attract people and keep them on the phone? So there are lots of multi-level marketers on the line. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time. And so, you know, we always say to multi-level marketers, the best thing you can do is get your prospects to the presentation on a Wednesday night where Ilse and Chris from Silver Chief are doing the presentation. Okay. Next, of course, is take them along with you when you get your home meeting and let them, you know, do the presentation or be around to help you with your prospects. So we can't do that now, right? So those two options aren't there anymore. So why not set up a webinar with 5 or 10 people like we've done today, and have your upline on the line with you, introduce them, edify them, and then let them do the presentation, and then help them to sell to the people who are there. You know what? This is such a much nicer model, actually, in some way. So John DeMartini will tell you the benefits and drawbacks to everything, right? So of course, there are benefits and drawbacks to being in the room in a big presentation with 100 people live. Please, we love that, all right? There are benefits and drawbacks to being in the room with 5 people or 10 people in your lounge at home with Chris or Ilse with you doing the presentation. But the downfalls to those as well, it's time, it's energy, it's money. You know, are people going to come? Have I got enough coffee? Have I got enough cream? Is enough parking? Are people going to get robbed and mugged? I'm in the South, so that's an issue for us. So there are lots of downsides. So what are the upsides now of getting 5 or 10 people on a Zoom webinar with your upline, saving the time and the money and the energy? You don't have to wash the dishes afterwards and all the coffee cups when everyone's left, and sweep up the broken glass from when people had mishaps. So let's focus. All we have to do is find the benefits. So right now, I challenge you right now. What are the benefits of coronavirus? What are the benefits of the lockdown? What are the benefits of the situation we're in? Because there are thousands, hundreds and hundreds of thousands. It's out there. All we have to do is just change our inner game perspective, stop focusing on the one side and focus on the other. So right now, can you write down a couple of ideas how this is benefiting you personally? If we were in Breakthrough Experience with John DeMartini and I, go, write down 100 reasons why this is a benefit, and then keep quiet for the next hour, okay? And while you write down 100 benefits, we don't have the time for that, but for those of you who are feeling depressed, it's very simple. Just write down 1,000 reasons why this is a beautiful thing that's happening right now. One of them is, in theory, we should be safer in South Africa, right? It's hard to get mugged when you're at home. And it's hard for anyone to mug you when they're at home. So I think it is. I'm feeling rather safe right now, and nicely tucked away in my beautiful home. Next, what are the benefits in your business? What are the benefits? What can you do in your business just to turn this in your favor? Because I promise you, there are a million things you've been trying to get to, you just don't have the time for. You know, now you have the time. Later on, Vinesh is going to make you an offer just to join us on a webinar-based sales course. It'll be an hour a day for probably 20 days. You know, quite often we get this objection: we don't have the time. Well, you do have the time now. An hour a day is not a lot, and I promise you will be beautifully entertaining. All right, so moving on, I'm just going to share my screen, and then we're going to move on to the next idea here. So here we go. 9 steps to success. Work out where you are. Decide where you want to be. Make sure it's important enough. Resolve to do whatever it takes and never give up. Plan what you need to do to get there. Create a picture with an affirmation and a prayer. Here's my promise. You recite that affirmation 365 days in a row while you're looking at that picture. I guarantee you'll achieve whatever it is you want. All right. What I suggest we all do is visualize ourselves healthy and alive 3 months from now. Then visualize you. That's going to happen. All right. I'm hoping that it's saying my internet connection's slow. Vinesh or Brett, could you WhatsApp me to tell me that you can hear and everything's fine? Right, then
Stephen,
tell 10 people.
Just unmute myself quickly and tell you that yeah, I'm also getting the same message. I think it's a common thing, but it's still very easy to follow you. Thanks very much, Brett. Go ahead.
Beautiful, thanks, Brett. And a shout out to Brett for any of you. Brett's done all of the visuals here today and introduced us and the slides, etc., except this one. So if any of you would like some help with your webinars, give him a call. He's actually been quite amazing. Oh, excuse me. And for those of you who were on our previous webinar, you can see the change in professionalism from then to now, and it's 100% due to Brett. So look him up, hook up with him, and allow him to help you to do this. Right, number 8, tell 10 people about your goal. 10 people and ask them to keep you accountable. This is very powerful. I always say that you should tell somebody, one of those 10 should be kind of like an enemy, right? Or somebody who annoys you, because they're going to go, have you done it yet? Have you done it yet? Have you achieved it? And you're going to get such high resolve that to prove them wrong, that you'll get it done. Let me tell you about negative motivation. Okay, I believe, and I've never been there, but I believe there's a website. Okay, you go there and you set a goal. And you set that goal for a time in the future, and you specify it. And then you send 50,000 Rand to them. Okay, and then if you don't achieve your goal, they send that 50,000 Rand to like Al Qaeda or something like that, or some terrorist group or whatever, something that you hate. And because of that fear that you're going to be doing that, you actually achieve your goal. So let's not do that. Let's keep positive. Tell 10 people about your goal, and then keep updating them and ask them to keep you accountable. And then, of course, take the necessary planned actions every day, so that just work toward every day achieving that goal. Right. So I want to just take you. Hold on one sec. I want to share one more thought with you, and then I'm going to move on to there we go, to Vinesh Maharaj. Just give me 1 second. Brett, can you confirm you've seen my screen? Right, hopefully you can all hear me and see this. Excuse the look of that, but this is how I visualize my home. This is how I'm manifesting my dream home, my dream car. Give myself. Yes.
Sorry, buddy. Can you share your screen?
Oh, hold on a sec. Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate.
Let me just go check quickly. My apologies. Okay. Can you see it now?
Not yet.
All right, let me try again. If it doesn't work, here we go. Share. Right. Can you see it now? Very good. My apologies. Thank you, Brett. I'm so pleased you're on board, man. Right, here we go. So this is my dream home. Excuse the quality, doesn't matter. This is how I'm manifesting my dream home, and I know in 5 or 10 years time I'll be living in something like that. I give myself permission to drive a car like this. This is how this is my dream family. Let's work at visualizing that happiness, being business. So isn't that beautiful? I know that because of all of these, gosh, can you imagine? So, oh man, that's Malawi, Vietnam, China, Great Wall of China. Well, we've been there, but isn't that beautiful? Fuji, okay, the Northern Lights. We did that the other day. So, been there. So, what are your bucket list items? This is how we work with just manifesting, being there. So, I like this. I'm so happy that I've visited this amazing temple. I know that because of the way I manifest and the way we work with it, that I can create anything I want. And I know that in my lifetime, I will stand and see that view because I'm creating it every day. So right now, let us all just visualize ourselves healthy and visualize our business as healthy. And let's all answer these questions. How do I tweak my sales pitch? How do I tweak my phone pitch? And how do I continue just making the phone calls that need to be made? So, one last thought just around sales, and I'm delving into Vinesh Maharaj's area here, but so be it. And that is that the essence of sales is prospecting. I assure you right now with 100% certainty that the essence of sales is prospecting. And that's what we need to be doing in these 21 days. Take the Take the time to prospect. Now, there are millions of ways of doing that. You can go on the internet. One of the really good ways is getting on LinkedIn. Okay, so how we work with LinkedIn, for example, is we will go, all right, I will go and search sales managers. Okay, so search sales managers on LinkedIn. You know what? You can get the professional sales navigator. I think you can get 1 month free. Okay, you have to put your credit card details in, but they warn you, and then a day or two before you cancel it if you don't have the money to do it. But then you just search for sales managers, and you can actually message them directly. Now, if you're not clear on your unique selling proposition, if you're not clear on your elevator pitch, if you're not clear on your offer and what it is that makes you great, you're in trouble right now, because you're gonna interact with people, you're gonna phone them, and you're going to not say the words that are necessary. So, one of the things we do now in our boot camp, and we would love to take all of you through, and let's get clear on your why. So we start with your why. I wake up every morning and I go to work to earn money for. What is that why? We'll take you through John DeMartini's 7 areas of 7 high value areas, so that you can find out where your number 1 area is, your number 2 area. Then that'll link to your why. Now that becomes your true north. Now you know what to say no to. Okay, it's one of the greatest things you can learn is what you say no to and what you say yes to. When you're clear on that, you can turn down anything else. Secondly, your vision statement. And we're not interested in the one on your website that's meant for marketing to people. We're interested in the one here in your heart. What is it? Your vision? What are you creating? Our vision statement is very simple. I'll give you the first line: to share the gift of sales globally. Simple. To share the gift of sales, because it's a beautiful gift. And when I say that sentence, I get a warm feeling in my heart and tears in my eyes, because we empower people to earn more money through making more sales. Then your mission, how do you do that? We know exactly how to do it. We know what our mission is, because your mission is how you manifest your vision. And a lot of that is free talks or demo talks, or now demo webinars like we're doing. All we've done is we've tweaked our mission to the times, and then later on, because we prefer being live in the room, we'll change that back again. Very simple. So, and then what makes you unique? What makes you truly unique? So I'm not talking about a value proposition. A value proposition, all of your opposition have. I'm talking about your unique selling proposition. What makes you different? Because that's your niche. Your target market is your value proposition. Your niche is your unique selling proposition. What is it that no one else has? Now, when you know that, when you're clear on what, and everyone's going to say, good pricing, good value, good quality, friendly service, blah, blah, blah. That's rubbish. Everyone believes they do that. Okay? What makes you truly different? So there's a business unique selling proposition, there's a product unique selling proposition, and there's a personal, what makes you different. So if you're in multi-level marketing, if you're in Silver Chief or a cashback, X-Lioness, why should somebody come to you and not your colleague in the same business? What makes you different? When you start to get clear on that, you know who to attract, because we have to attract our tribe. So here's the question: how do I attract my tribe? The only way to attract that tribe is to be authentic and know genuinely what's unique to me and what makes me different. So social distance selling, all you're doing is what Tom Hopkins said, is you've seen 10 people every day, face-to-face, belly-to-belly, just via Skype or webinar, not live in the room. That's the key to what we're doing, is just changing our behavior, but prospecting and prospecting and prospecting and prospecting, so that we fill in our funnel with new prospects each and every day. Ladies and gents, I'm going to end off there. It's been fabulous spending time with you. I'm going to implore you to just stay on the line, go through the process. I'm not sure if Max is online. I know he's having hassles. We understand that. Otherwise, it'll be the amazing Vinesh Maharaj. He's going to make you an offer at the end of this. Right now, you don't have the objection of, I don't have the time. And we believe that your objection of, I don't have the money, won't be relevant either, because our vision is to spread the gift of sales globally. And further down that is make lots of money. So it's more, we would rather have 1,000 people online at a lower amount than 10 people at a higher amount. really want to get you in the room and help you during these tough and very, very strange times. So, ladies and gents, thank you so much for your time and energy. I'm so thrilled that the numbers haven't gone down. In fact, we're up to 64 people right now, and it's just so beautiful to see you all online. Hang in there for the amazing Vinesh Maharaj, and I'm going to be handing back to Brett. Thank you so much.
Stephen, thank you so much. What a motivation! What an inspiration! We can hear your passion, guys. Please, just in your chat window, give me a number between 1 and 10 of the value that you believe that Stephen is adding to our webinar today. Go ahead, and while you're doing that, I just want to say that how delighted I am that the internet is treating us as kindly as it is. It's been absolutely phenomenal, and we have a little bit of a dip now and again. But if you think about it, that there are a couple of million people sitting at home currently, and not a lot of them being online, I think we've actually come off extremely well with this today, and I think it's great. Okay, so Stephen, a lot of 10s on the in the chat window there for you, and still coming in. Thanks, France. You need to speak to Santosh. She's only given you a 9. You're going to have to find out why. Where are you falling short of getting your 10 there, Stephen? So yeah, well done. So just before I hand over to Vinesh, I'd just like to ask 2 questions. And again, I'm going to just ask you to respond, ladies and gentlemen, into the chat box, into the chat window very quickly. If you've heard of this saying that says practice makes perfect, if you've heard of the saying practice makes perfect, just type yes or no into the chat box very quickly. Michael says that he believes practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Yes, absolutely. Everybody has heard of this. Now, I'm here to tell you that that is not a truth. Practice does not make perfect. I'm very sorry. Practice actually makes permanent. Okay, let that sink in for a second. Practice makes permanent, because if you're not practicing the right thing, you are never going to achieve the results that you want. And what Vinesh and Stephen and Max are going to do for you is help you to practice the right thing, to help you to adjust what you're doing right now. If you're not achieving the results that you want right now, you're practicing the wrong thing. So let's get around to practicing the right thing. And Vinesh and Stephen and Max are definitely going to be able to help you with that. The last thing that I just want to ask before I hand over back to Vinesh, or hand on to Vinesh, is please type a Y, the letter Y, in the chat window if you would like to receive a link to the recording of this webinar. If you would like to receive a link to the recording of this webinar, very quickly type a Y into the chat window. Wonderful. France has got it there. Everybody, Y. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let everybody respond there. And I'm going to ask you guys, if you want a link to the recording of this webinar, please respond with the information that I'm going to put into the chat window right now, but do it privately to Vinesh or to Stephen. Give them this information that I'm putting in the chat window. There we are. Your real name and surname, okay? Because there are a number of people obviously have a bit of a pseudonym, but it looks okay. Real name and surname, your email address, your contact number, and what you believe is the biggest issue that somebody can help you with to rocket your sales performance through the roof. If you could privately send them that message, I would we'll make sure that you will receive the link to this to this recording. Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next person that I'd like to introduce to you today, Max Khan. Actually, Max is on. I've been scanning through the messenger or through the participants list. As Stephen was saying, Max unfortunately is not available to be with us today. So, our prayers are with him in trying to sort out whatever needs to be done on this going into this trying time for all of us. So I'm going to introduce you now to a guy that a good friend of mine, and I want to ask you to sit closer to your chair right now. And honestly, I'm really excited to introduce him. Pull your chair closer, buckle up. This webinar is absolutely going to go into hyperdrive now. Somebody that has got the energy and determination of an Energizer bunny, but on steroids, respected as a trainer and a coach with some of our biggest companies across the country. He's a specialist in one of the biggest missing pieces of the sales cycle, which is taking action, okay? And he's a guru at bringing the full circle together and tying the knots in bringing action to the table. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor, my privilege to introduce you or to invite onto our stage Vinesh Maharaj. Vinesh, I am going to unmute you, and your video is already on. Fantastic. Rock and roll. Thanks, Vinesh.
Hey, greetings, wonderful people. Welcome to this webinar. Congratulations for stepping up, showing up. It's day one. I'm sorry, folks, I've got an echo in my ears. I'm not sure if that's you, Brett, but I'm coming back to myself. So congratulations and welcome to this social distance webinar. First and foremostly, I want to give credit to Stephen van Basten. Fantastic guy, an amazing job, focused on the inner game, focused on growing and developing your belief systems, your psychology, your thoughts, and then how you take all of that into the real world and start taking action to achieve the goals that you need to create the results that you need.
So thanks to Stephen. Yeah, the sound is a little nasty, Brett. I don't know if you can help us.
Yeah, I think I managed to fix it up. You're on two devices, and so I've muted one of them. Go for it.
Oh, fantastic. I still need a double sound, but it could just be me. So let's go. Stephen, well done there on the game. Let's go and talk about Max. We apologize, man. Max is a phenomenal guy. He's a great speaker, orator. He's a master of the super self. So Stephen focuses on the inner game, psychology, thoughts, belief systems. And then Max, the super self. And he teaches you an amazing process of how you could step into great and be all that you can be. So our apologies that you couldn't be here today. But we live in strange times. Planet Earth is under attack. It's not the first time. Remember that the dinosaurs were attacked. And after the dinosaurs, we had the Black Plague, then we had cholera, and some countries even have Ebola. But the human race is a race of survivors, because the people have the spirit of survival and growth and this determination. If you think about where we've come from, the Stone Ages, look at the technology we have available. If this were 2,000 years ago, you'd be sending me a smoke signal now. How would you sell 2,000 years ago? Yeah, Kelly, I'm in agreement. There's an echo. Is there anything we could do to kill that echo, sir?
Okay, Vinesh, we've also got I think people are seeing the V on your, I don't know if you can maybe kill one of your devices. I'm going to mute you on that one and unmute you on this one. Okay, try again, Vinesh.
Is this better?
That's much, much better. Can I just have
congratulations.
There we go. I just want to make sure that if people can actually see you, or are they seeing the V? Still the V.
We're seeing Uncle Vinny.
Ah, there we go. Okay, we've got it sorted out. Thanks, guys. I just wanted to fix that up before we go, because Vinesh, I know that you offer a really high energy quality offering. And so I just wanted to pause everything and make sure that we are on track, which we are. Rock and roll.
Hoorah, congratulations. Thanks so much. So I was saying that 2,000 years ago, you were going to have to send me a smoke signal for us to communicate. So stuff the virus, because we're going to overcome this somehow or other. You know, this morning I was talking about having fear or faith over fear. And in social distance selling, in this economy that we're in now, we really, really, really need to wrap our minds around how we move forward over the next 3 weeks to 3 months. So I want to leave you with a couple of thoughts up front, and then we'll unpack some tips and training and tools and ideas that you can go out there and actually start crushing some dollar, rand, euro, pound, whatever your deal is, do more of those. So the first and foremost, this is not a sales function, but you need the technology, man. You've got the smartphone. Be smart. Get the right apps. Get the right tools. Get yourself set up so you can get in front of more people. Like Stephen said, Tom Hopkins says, get in front of more people. And why sales are failing typically is that we've forgotten the art of knocking. Yes, you can't knock on a physical door today, but Don, you've got this smart device called a smartphone with a camera that's better than perhaps a Nikon or a Canon. And you could really start producing video content and using the technology to produce at a level where you become known in your space. So A, get the technology. Number two, you're going to need a pitch, man. You're going to need the words that sits hooks in people that they go, my gosh, I have a financial advisor, but I want to talk to that guy or girl because they've got something. Or, I'm not selling my house right now, but I'm sure open to meeting with you to talk about the possibility of selling my house. Because you were able to set up not a cabbage, not a cauliflower from Woolworths, no cheese sauce. No, you took a bloody gemsbok, you took a bloody blesbok, and you stuck it on a hook, and the lion that you're trying to catch 5 kilometers away starts smelling it, starts salivating. The stomach is producing all these gastric juices, and that's the level of pitch you need to get people's attention in this economy. Right now, Corona has got everybody's attention. It's put people into fear, and this fear has paralyzed customers. We need to be the good news guys and girls in this economy and take away people's fear and get them onto a webinar like this so that we can start giving them more value. In addition to that, you're going to need a slide deck. You know these PowerPoint slides or your shared screen? You're going to need to put together a compelling pitch presentation or offer so that you can, boom, sell people in their lounges and living rooms. You're going to have to put those together. Then you need the power questions. How do you now start the conversation of sales? So I want to just park that there for a moment and take another direction with you. And I want to challenge you, like Stephen did, can you double sales? Can you double your income? Are other people doing that right now? Other people in your industry. So if you're in real estate, if you're in financial services, if you're in network marketing, are people doing what you do? If you sell copiers and fax machines, PABX systems and the sorts of data, telephony, are people doing double of what you're doing now? And the answer absolutely is yes. Absolutely, the answer is yes. So if people are doing double, why can't you? I believe it is possible for you to do double. I believe it's possible for you to do triple, but you don't believe it. And that's why the inner game and that super self that we're building through this process and this program really sets you up for the next level of selling, revenue, and income. But you have to grow from where you are to where you want to be. Everybody wants to be skinny, happy, and rich, right? Everybody skinny, happy, and rich. And we all know what to do there. Then why aren't we skinny, happy, and rich? And I'll give you a couple of thoughts around that. Number two, selling in this economy does not need to be hard. If you think selling is hard, it's only because of your programming, your paradigm, and your experiences. Most salespeople are either untrained or trained by someone on the job, but do not have professional selling skills. They don't know how to get in front of a customer, how to set up a call, get through a gatekeeper, book that time in the calendar, set up that Zoom or Skype, and get the presentation going. Why is that? Because we are untrained. And right now, people are worried about money. I don't think you should worry about money. I think you should be worried about selling. Because sales generates money. If you've got a money problem, you need to sell more. Simply put, if you believe me, say yes, go yes on your comments. You do not have a money problem, you have a sales problem, because sales generates revenue. If you want revenue, don't focus on the money, focus on the sales, then focus on the activity. So push for the sale, do not push for the money. The money is the result of the sale. So folks, Selling can be easy in this economy. We want to help you rewire your mind, your brain, so that you can use this tool. So here's something interesting. If you're a student of neuropsychology or neuroscience, we have this mammalian brain, and the mammalian brain is meant to keep you safe. Keep you safe from predators. Predators like the Tutsis, predators like the taxman. Did I say the taxman? Yeah, the taxman. Predators like the dinosaur. So what you want to do is your brain is going to want to keep you safe. But you're not safe in your home without sales, because sales will produce you security, revenue, and income for the rest of your life. So selling can be easy. And even through this lockdown, I promise you, there are people making money. I'm not talking about the people who are selling hand sanitizers. I'm talking about people who are adding so much value, because what does this marketplace do? People go into fear. And when the market is shrinking of competition, because if you know me, I'll speak about dominate or compete. People who dominate are crushing the market, and people who are competing are getting the leftovers. If you think about a shark, right? It dominates the ocean, boom, it takes dinner, breakfast, lunch. And then whatever falls out of its mouth or it doesn't consume, you get all the other little fishes coming by and grabbing them some nibbles. We don't want to compete for a couple of nibbles. We want to compete for the freaking meal, the whole meal, the happy meal, the everything. So to do that,
Maharaj,
selling can be easy. Yes, sir.
Just a quickie. Our NLP coach Gail, she went full time a while ago, and I tried to get a consult, and she said, no, I'm fully booked this week. And I said, my gosh, what's happened? And she looked at me and she said, I changed my mind.
Folks, you can change your mind too. You can change your mind about selling. Selling can be easy right now. So just go back to the scenario. You can either dominate this marketplace while every other salesperson is going to sleep. The marketplace is in fear. Other people are being sucked out of this economy. That means you and I, people like us who are still in the hunt, still in the hustle, we have a whole market share that's now grown exponentially. Are you going to step up, step out, and start doing whatever it takes to get your share? Or are you going to go into fear mode and go, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen next? Hey, whatever happens or doesn't happen is inconsequential. All that matters is that we win the next sale, and we're here to help you do that. The third and most important purpose of this webinar is to help you sell using media, social media, using tools like Zoom, Skype, LinkedIn, Facebook, because the reason businesses suffer is that they don't have enough prospects in their funnel. They don't have enough qualified customers who have the need, urgency, financial means, and the decision maker to pull the trigger and give you the order. So we want to fill your funnel, because in this economy right now, you have this wonderful 21 days to get known. In 1981, Tom Hopkins wrote a book, How to Master the Art of Selling Anything, and it's the Bible of sales. And there's the premise in sales that people buy from people they like and trust. And that is absolutely true. But before I like and trust you, I've got to knows you, because when I knows you, I can flow you some dollars. I can send you some money. I can buy your product and service. Right now, we're suffering in obscurity. We are unknown. Nobody knows you in your office. Nobody knows you in your garage. Nobody knows you in your living room. You have to get out. You have to get known. So that means you've got to take advantage of this 21 days to get known. How do you do that? Boom, bang the phone, because God's given you this device, huh? And it's got 9 or 10 digits on it. And the lottery is the phone, not the thing you go buy at the local store. The lottery ticket is your phone, because you're in control. So folks, I want to challenge you. Get known. How do you do that? Get on the phone more often. Call more people. Boom, convert those conversations into online meetings. Boom, follow that up with a little video, testimonial, introductory video, something of yours that gets you present and gets your customers focused on you. People are bored out of their smarts. They're going to be watching Netflix, Showmax, and box set series. And this is the consumption of people right now. The killers, the hunters, you know what we're doing? We're sharpening our axe, man. Because I know when I go and have to shoot down a deer, blesbocky, anything for dinner, you think I can come home back to the ranch and say, hey, baby, we're eating morojo tonight. Nobody wants spinach for dinner, man. So what you want to do is you want to get out there and you want to follow these steps. Get on the phone, get on the Zoom, Skype webinar, and then Keep following these people up. Keep following these people up. Folks, if you like what we're saying, go yes now. Otherwise, drop off the line, man. We want to bless you. If we're not blessing you, say yes, yes, yes. In the name of sales. Thank you, Mr. Hatting. Thank you, Mr. Van Basten. Thanks, Frans. Thanks, Bronwyn. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Michael, Santosh. Appreciate the love. Thank you, Brett. Francis Monereng, thank you. Lauren, thank you very much. Joey, thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right. So here you are. You're getting people's attention because you're getting known now. I'll give you an example. In this place we call Johannesburg, where many people are. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Alicia. So in this place, Johannesburg, there's only X number of people who are financially active. X number. X million. You give it a number. So let's call it 2, 5, 10, whatever the number is. So many people are financially active. I'm a financial advisor. I need to get these active people who are in my class, my category, my client niche. The people who earn 50 to 100 grand a month. My 10 million people has now shrunk to 1 million. On that 1 million, you know what the excuses are? I already got a broker for niche. I've got cover with my company, a pension provident fund with group life. I have a deal. I have a funeral policy because people think that's financial planning. So what am I saying is that there's competition in this marketplace. For you to reach 10 million people, or 1 million who's in your niche, and let's say that 1 million becomes a simple number of 100 a day. If you could pitch 100 people a day by social media, sharing to groups, sending WhatsApps, making phone calls, 100 a day, 30 days in a month, 3,000 people potentially will get to know you. You have to get known, and now is the time. People are sleeping, people are shrinking. You can grow, you can show up, you can build a brand of credibility. Next, so now you've got this 21 days to get known, but it's also incumbent upon you to have a credible, valuable, hell of a hook. Because if you want to catch a shark, you're not going to put a cauliflower on the hook. You're going to put some tuna that's bloody and bleeding. You've seen these on National Geographic. When they come to feed, the blood really gets people going. So the best way. A good question from Kaylee. Who can read the question? I've just lost it. Gosh. Brett, you want to give us that question from Kaylee or Stephen?
Kaylee wants to know what is the best way to introduce yourself, either through giving them, or the question is, do you give people value before selling to them? Is that the best way to introduce yourself?
Hey, that's one of the great ways of introducing yourself. So I believe that there's this formula that was developed in 1975. It's called AIDA, and it's a marketing formula, and it's used in marketing today. And the first step is A, get people's attention. Yo, you, hello, do I have your attention, please? Can I please have your attention? So you get people's attention, because when you get their attention, they no longer focus on their smartphone. They're no longer focused on the conversation. They're no longer concerned with the television, but they focus on you when you get their attention. So if value gets their attention, then give them value. Sometimes humor gets their attention, give them humor. Sometimes sometimes sarcasm, sometimes an interesting story. Like, did you know that salespeople have the fear of the phone? Myself and my amazing partner, Stephen Van Basten, help salespeople overcome their fear of the phone. So you can use a variety of things to get people's attention. And in your marketplace, like for example, today we're demonstrating, we're giving you value, and then we're going to try and sell you. And I believe that 20, 30% of this room is going to say, insane value, we're going to get onto this. The other 70% are going to go, geez, that's fabulous. You know, I wish I had time, I had money, blah, blah, blah. Or the other reasons or excuses why people don't buy. It may be an issue of timing, it may be an issue of affordability, etc. But we'll remove all of those for you to make it easy for you to buy. So you want to get people's attention.
Maharaj?
Next, you want to, yes, sir.
Bro, just a quickie. So, you know, somebody once said that millionaires are made in the bad times. You know, so everyone's going, oh, nobody's going to want to buy a house. Well, let me tell you, when people start going insolvent, they're going to move from a 5 million house into a 1 million rand house. Now, if you're an estate agent and you do both those sales, you are creaming it. All right, so we also sitting at home worrying about money, right? So this is a great time for multi-level marketers, quite frankly. So, for example, listen, when the market started crashing, I took a whole bunch of money out of some of the local Satric stuff, and it's sitting there. Then my good friend Chris came on and said, "Oh, Robert Kiyosaki says, silver is a good thing to buy." So I didn't question it too much. I popped some silver there just in case, So it's a great time. People are taking their money out of places that are now. I'm keeping some for when the market's crashed properly. Then I put it back in at the bottom when everyone else is going, "Oh, I've lost 2 million rand," and they're selling their shares at the bottom of the market. I'm buying right down there because it will come back up again. So one of the things you could do is get some money right now, keep it on standby. When we're through this and the markets start recovering, you buy some shares right at the bottom. Not shares in companies, just the Satrix 40 or the all share index, so that as it rises, I promise you, it's already gone down about 30-40%. That will recover in the next year. If you've got $1 million, you'll make 300,000-400,000 rand in a year, just like that. Probably more than you generally do in a sales environment anyway. So, while there are a whole bunch of negatives, the positives are always there, and the millionaires are made in the bad times, not the good times. Just like summer bodies are made in winter, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, folks, take advantage of the opportunity. So I was saying that when you want to catch something big, something really, you've got a big, hairy, audacious goal, your sales target, that number that you want to double. If you want to catch that number, what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to pitch more people. A, you're going to have to get known to more people. B, you're going to have to start communicating with those people. So you want to have an introduction based on the AIDA model. A, get their attention. I, keep them interested, be interesting yourself and be interested in them. And then D, raise their desire. Because right now people are in fear, they have no desire, right? Most people are like desireless. They just want to survive. They just want to get out of lockdown. It's day one. People already have cabin fever. Can you imagine in a week or so? So right now, give people an opportunity and help raise the desire, so that they can actually start taking the action with you that converts interest into money, that converts attention into money. There's this quote that customers' attention is the new black. And I'm going to say this at the risk of sounding sexist, but it's also the attention is extremely sexy because people are so bored out of their minds. They're overstimulated in this modern world of technology, but they're understimulated in terms of their experience. So if you could take people to a wonderful sales experience as a professional, my Lord, people are going to want to give you some money. So remember I said earlier, you need a slide deck. And in the slide deck, you need to be able to, A, introduce yourself and what you guys do, and then B, ask the relevant questions to understand your prospect, understand the needs of your customer. Too many salespeople walk in the room and blah, blah, blah. They start puking all over themselves and they tell the customer how great they are, who their last customer was, the problems they solved, blah, 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 blah. And the customer's going, yeah, what's that got to do with me? Very little to nothing. So you want to ask power questions. You want to understand the need of the client, the urgency of the client. Are they seeing any other suppliers? Do they have any other contingency plans? What is their timeline to get this done? What is their budget and so forth? So folks, then you want to go to this wonderful thing called your pitch. How do you solve the problem with your solution? And you want to demonstrate that in a very smooth, classy kind of way. And bear in mind that whether you're selling a 200 million rand Boeing is a different sales cycle to selling oil to mechanics. So it depends where you are, but you want to have a pitch or presentation that goes so smoothly, so easily that the transition from diagnosis of the problem to the solution and how it takes care of the customer's needs, financial, emotional, spiritual, health, their home, their safety and security. You want to then take and present yourself as an expert, because Salespeople lack credibility. Most people think that salespeople are just there for the transaction. And one thing you'll find after this presentation and after the offer that we make you is that we're not looking for a wham bam, thank you ma'am, one night stand. No, we understand that sales is a relationship. Sales training is a relationship. And as such, the relationship you have with your understanding, your knowledge, your experience, your geez, something's going on. So regardless of where you are and what you do, you want to be in that relationship. So I want to just, I just want to go back for a second. And, you know, I said earlier that everybody wants to be skinny, happy, and rich. So why are the gyms empty if we all want to be skinny? Because we're not inspired enough, we're not skilled enough, and we haven't had enough successes to build the hustle muscle, the sales muscle. So how do we solve that problem? You have to get the skills, you have to get the know-how, you have to build the attitude, and you have to make that habit. And I love what Brett said earlier, practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. And really the truth is, perfect practice makes permanent perfection and results, and that's why we're in business. So want to be skinny, happy, and rich. And to be rich, we all know what to do. Make so much money, spend so much money, invest the rest in property, banks, in financial investment institutions, ETFs, exchange traded funds, retirement annuities, endowments, and the whole host of products spread so that you diversify your portfolio. So we know what to do. Why aren't we doing it? Because this inner game thing, this belief system we have and our experiences have framed our reality. Our reality, I say that in inverted commas, it's not really real, but our habits have formed us. But these habits can be changed. Sales habits can be reinforced and created so that you do the right thing. So when you do the power questions with the client, diagnosing the opportunity, and then you are pitching and presenting the solution, your product, price, offer, you have to take the client to the close. You have to close the deal. And most salespeople think that the close starts at the end of the sale. It actually starts at hello. For you to get married to the guy or the girl, you had to start the sale at hello. And even if the sale was bad at hello, one of you, the guy or the girl, was able to recover their position, make progress and headway in making the sale to the guy or girl. So if you're married now, congratulations, you're a great salesperson. If you're employed, perhaps, congratulations, you sold yourself to an employer. So you already have the ability to sell. What we want to do is sharpen the axe, give you a set of skills, thinking, attitudes, and beliefs that will support you doubling your income, where sales can be easy and where you can use social distance selling to create the results that you and your family need. So remember, the close starts at hello, how are you? I'd love to close you for a meeting on Zoom or Skype later on today. It's 4 or 5, good for you, John, Jack, Jill, or Mary. Boom, that's the first close. Hey, in the presentation, by the way, what is your budget or what is your expectation or experience when it comes to our pricing? Have you got any other quotes? Yes, I got another quote from a competitor. And how much was that? It was 80,000 Rand a month. Wonderful. Now I'm closing what the budget is. So the close is perpetually going through the sales cycle. And the more closes you have, the more closing questions you have, because he who asks is in control of the sales cycle. The person asking the questions is directing the customer or the other person to speak and spit out the answers. You want to control the sales cycle, and you do that through these power questions, through the sales process, which ultimately we will teach you at the offer that we're going to make later, how you can have the ultimate close. Stephen will share with you the 7 innermost game habits, winning game habits of closers, deal makers. Woo, you can't wait to experience that, because it all starts here. Max will take you and he will show you, my God, your super self, teach you the mind read, and he will also teach you how to actually get customers to take more action using his wonderful gifts that is transferable to you, so that you can also make more money, double your sales. And then we'll help you understand the whole sales cycle process and ultimately get you 7 ultimate sales closes. Can you imagine? Most salespeople, They puke on themselves, and at the end of the meeting, they leave, they go back to the office and say, geez, I've had such a bad day today. I made 0 sales. And it wasn't a bad day, it was just bad salesmanship. Don't blame the day. Take responsibility for the results. Now remember, when you're pitching and closing, there's always going to be objections. Oh, we ain't got the price. It's locked down. I can't make the decision. Hey man, can I help you make the decision? People need help. So are you helping them? We need to talk to the board. I need to wait for my company to reconvene. Let me sleep on it. Let me consider it. Let me think about it. Let me speak to my wife about it. All these excuses are stalling tactics. And that means the client has an objection that's unspoken. It's our duty as salespeople to understand what is the objection. Hey, Mr. Maharaj, is there a reason why you can't make the decision today? Oh, the reason is I need to speak to the board. Fantastic. So tell me, Mr. Maharaj, would the board really mind if you made a good decision for your business? No, they probably wouldn't mind, would they? So why don't we make the decision anyway and then inform the board? And if you'd like, a great salesperson would have sold to the board and not to Mr. Maharaj himself. So it's really critical that you guys get onto the offer that I'd like to introduce you to. And I want to encourage you that right now, you're a great salesperson. But right now, you can be greater than you already are. And we, the sales triad, the yin-yang of sales, we can help you get in front of more prospects using whatever means of technology, helping you see them, get in front of them, because all we do is communication. It's words, right? And these words will serve your great good after you've done the offer that we're going to share with you right now. Folks, you can learn to be great, or you can stay stuck where you are. You either change, or the environment changes and you die. It's the real world. I can't say it any other way. It's an adapt or die environment we live in. This environment needs a greater salesperson than we were yesterday. This environment needs greater thinking, greater belief, greater inner game conviction, greater actions than ever done before. And it's a blessing because it takes out of the game all the useless, incompetent, weak salespeople. And I don't believe anybody on this call is weak. If you were, you wouldn't be here. The weak salespeople go, I'd rather be on Netflix today watching the Mary Poppins. Yeah. So folks, let me take you through our offer. Before I do that, I'd love for you, if you still believe that we're giving you value, give me your yeses. If not, I'm gonna log out and go home and go make some sales to my neighbors. Are we giving you value there? Say yes. Loving it. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for staying on this line. Thanks for your interactions. Thank you for engaging. Folks, I'm going to ask our friend Brett on the other side to give you a quick video. Brett, when everybody's done their yeses. I want you to go and give us a quick play. Brett, over to you.
The key to success lies in each and every one of us. By using proven methods such as Dr. John DeMartini's 5 life imperatives, you should be 110% clear on your goals and vision. You should have the ability to speak with confidence in front of a crowd, regardless of size. You should have the tools and skills to be able to convince a potential customer that they absolutely need your product or service. You need to be able to align your high values to your vocation. And perhaps most importantly, you need to have a good understanding and relationship with money. At the Yin Yang of Sales boot camps, we cover each and every one of these points, as well as going into detail on numerous other sales-specific strategies, which will provide you with the skills, knowledge, and personal attitude, which when applied after attending the bootcamp will yield immediate results. For more details, contact the Yin Yang of Sales or visit our website for further information on our free talks and events.
Fantastico, fantastico. Hey, folks, so here's the good news. Starting on the 7th of April, which is a Tuesday, from 10 a.m. till 11 a.m., just 1 hour, 1 hour of personal sales development to raise your thinking, raise your results, raise your game to the whole freaking next level. I want to encourage you, make the decision, make the right decision for you and your family right now. I promise you the time's going to pass, and it's like the 4-minute mile. It's like Usain Bolt running the 100 meters in less than 9 seconds. And how does that happen? Usain Bolt practiced for 4 years to be the #1 athlete in the world. 4 years before he went to the Olympics, once a year, once every 4 years. So for 4 years of practice and preparation for one ultimate race, I want to challenge you that you invest this time, because the other thing you'd be doing would be a waste of time unless it's generating you prospects and revenue. Invest this time and let's get you going to the boot camp. Who'd like to hear more about the upcoming boot camp online? Who would like some more detail? Go yes if you'd like some more detail. Come on, show me. Woohoo! Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. In sales, yes is the magic word, man. You know what no means? It means next opportunity. Huh? So in sales, we want them yeses. Keep them yeses coming. Fabulous. So let me tell you about this upcoming online sales boot camp. First and foremostly, Brett, 20 hours online with the amazing Stephen van Basten, Max Kahn, and Vinesh Malraj. 20 hours minimum, we could go into 30, but a minimum of 20 hours online, an hour a day, because, you know, we do not want to get you too bogged down with data. We want you to learn, practice, assimilate, and come back for the next lesson. So you learn for an hour with us, and then you do the work yourself, and then you come back for the next lesson. 20 hours of boot camp, valued at 8,000 Rand. Then we have a 2-day boot camp. So when this lockdown is over, everybody who buys this program joins us on a 2-day boot camp live in the room with Stephen van Basten, focusing on the inner game, values, beliefs, thoughts, affirmations, creating with the power of the mind the results that you and your business and your family needs, taking you from where you are to doubling your sales, because selling can be easy. Max Kahn taking you through the super game, helping you believe in yourself, believing in your product and your offer, mind reading the client, teaching you how to do the power introduction and get known and get people's attention. And then with me, I'll be taking you to the classic sales 101 with a non-classic spin. We use a revolutionary methodology to help you sell in a unique way using the old ideas. The old ideas are the foundation, but we want to free you from fear. We want to push you into action, and we want to build results and credibility and results and credibility and reinforce what a great salesperson you are and just what a great closer, deal maker, shapeshifter, player, game changer you will be after 2 days in the room with Stephen and us. And I know your mammalian brain is going, but we're in lockdown, Vinesh. When are we going to do the 2 days? Hey, as soon as the lockdown ends, I know I'm going to be here. I know you're going to be here. Let's be in the room together and let's kill it. Now, on those 2 days, there's a lot of personal work, one-on-one work. There's group work. There's sharing. There's group sharing. There's a lot of hands-on support from your peers and from the trainers in the room. And you're going to grow so much in the 2 days that you're going to leave a changed person. By the way, Stephen and Max have a guarantee, a money-back guarantee, that after this 2 days, if you say, I've learned nothing, Vinesh, Stephen, Max, we will give you a refund. And in 3 years, we've never had one client ever ask for their refund. So listen, folks, for 16 grand, I think you're worth it to double your sales. What do you think? I think that the odds are stacked in your favor. But remember what I said earlier. We do not believe in wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. We believe sales is a relationship. We want to hold your hand for another year, for another 10 months, give or take, with 2 hours of weekly coaching, training, and support in a live environment if you're local. If you're unable to be local, you can Zoom in and get the same coaching, training, and support online. This is a group training session. We believe that this reinforcement, because remember what Brett said about habit and practice? Practice makes permanent, but you want to practice the right stuff. So come to the 20 hours online, come to the 2-day boot camp, get supported immediately on Rags to Riches, and make the right practice the right thing, and make that practice permanent, and that permanence will produce you revenue. Never will you be afraid of getting on the phone, pitching a client, offering them an opportunity. Never is there going to be a time when you have angst and anxiety about month end because you're worried about revenue. That fear of revenue is not a revenue problem, that's a sales problem. We can help you overcome the sales problem. The total value of this program is a minimum of 132,000 Rand. So we value this at 132,000 Rand. Hey man, we're not going to stick you an invoice for 132 grand. Not with the corona doing the rounds. We want to do something really, really special for you. Hey man, if you like what I'm saying, if you like what I'm saying, if you like this offer so far, just go yes. I want to see who likes it, who digs it, who likes to hear more. Go yes. If you want some more from Uncle Vinny, the deal maker. Come on, yes. Yes, yes. Thank you, Jean-Dre. Thank you, Bronwyn Sneeman. I like it. I likes it too, Bronwyn. Hey, who else is in the house? Okay, so some people are scared by 132,000. Let me take away your fear. So first and foremost, let me recap what you're going to get. You're going to get the amazing 20-hour boot camp online for the next, call it 21 days during lockdown. You're going to get 2 days in the room with us. And by the way, before you go to the next slide, Brett, by the way, at the 2-day Ultimate Sales Bootcamp, we have a breakthrough experience at the end of day 1 and 2. And they're optional, they're not mandatory, they're not compulsory. An ice bath, sub-zero temperature ice bath, or a fire walk. You know why? Because the fear is in your mind. If you can walk 400 degrees cold, you can manage sub-zero temperatures, you can manage rejection, you can manage fear, you can manage the cold call, you can manage getting rich, man. Come on. And then you get the amazing Rags to Riches. 2 hours, once a week. At the moment, it's on Mondays. Once a week for 2 hours from 10 till 12. Stephen focuses on the inner game. Max helps you with the super game. And then I take you into the outer game, which involves action and results. We want to create results with you, not just teach you. We will be really satisfied if we can make a couple of millionaires come out of this training program with us. And when I say a couple dozen is not off the cards. We've helped other businesses grow 30, 40, 50%, some even more than that. Results is what we get paid for. So we want to commit to you that if you do this program with us, we will give you the results. God or nature does not discriminate. If you sow a seed of learning, a seed of practice, a seed of participation, Don, let me tell you, you're never going to have to worry about money ever again. Let's talk about what it's going to cost you, man. I know you want to know the cost. So here we go. Our first initial offer was at 30,000 Rand. We said, listen, 30,000 Rand, that's insane value. Let's get people on board at 30 grand. It's a steal, and we know it's a steal. But because we're in lockdown, we decided, hey, man, people are really afraid about money. Let's take away that fear. We said, scrap the 30. We're not going to charge you 30,000, even if it's valued at 132. What we decided to do is be gentle upon you and give it away at 20,000 Rand. 20,000 Rand for insane value. It's insane, insane value. 20,000 Rand for 1 year. Now, I know organizations who can pay 20,000 Rand a month and you get very little in return for. 20,000 Rand is only 2 grand a month over 10 months. That is freaking phenomenal. If you've got a coach, you know what professional coaching costs per hour. If you work at 1,000 Rand an hour, Don, you're gonna spend a month with us in a year, considering the number of hours. Imagine spending a humble 20 grand to double your income. Imagine how your life would change for 20 grand and you could double your income. If you're in real estate making 100 com, imagine 200. And the way to get there overnight, but by holding our hand, walking the process, doing the work, being diligently committed, by making the decision that's right for you, your family, and your business, That's a steal, man. Who likes the 20 grand offer? Can I get a show of hands? Can I get a yes? Can I get an amen? Can I get a I love you? Come on, man. Show me some love here. We're doing this to spread the gift of sales, to help you get in front of more prospects, pitch and close more deals, and bank more money. Love you long time, baby girl. Thank you, Steve-O. Come on, folks. Thank you, Cousin Viv. Love that. Thank you. Love you, too. Who else going to share some love? Who's going to share some love? Where did all the peeps go? Huh? So the love's drying up because you know why? Oh, thank you, Mark. Very kind, very kind. Love you long time too, bud. Listen, thank you, Franz. Appreciate your love, bud. Back to you, back at you, Mr. Warren Ho. Yeah, long time. Love you too, bud. Listen, we're good guys. We're the good news guys in a bad news environment. We're the team committed to taking you to the next level. We have made this thing so freaking affordable that we are giving it away. It is so freaking affordable, we are giving it away. It is for 132,000 Rand of value. My gosh. We're giving it away at a humble 12,000 Rand today only. 12,000 Rand, 20 hours online. An hour a day, 3 days. Yeah, it's I agree, Cousin Viv, it's insane. For 12,000 Rand, we're going to put a link in the system, in the chat box in a moment. And here's the opportunity, folks. For those of you who take up this offer today and pay by EFT or pay via the Cricket link that we're producing in the link, you'll only pay 10,000 Rand. 10,000 Rand once off. That's 1,000 Rand a month. Folks, some of us spend more on our nails, our hair, our McDonald's, our cappuccinos that produces no revenue. You know, I tell my daughter, you're just making a filthy of urine by drinking that Gatorade or that Powerade or whatever the thing is. So for 1,000 Rand a month, it's a steal. Then the second payment plan option goes as follows. Pay a 2,000 Rand deposit today and then put the balance on a debit order system, and we can get you paying 1,000 Rand a month for 10 months. Gosh, it is phenomenal. I think it's a giveaway. Can I get a show of hands who's on board, who's committed? Say yes, and I shall get you there. Where them yeses? Let's see who's first to pull the trigger. Jean-Dre Potgieter, thank you very much and welcome, Jean-Dre. You've made the right decision, ma'am. We know we can help you. We love what we do. We love helping you. By the way, I'm going to share something. We didn't talk about our credibility and who we are and what we've done. Some of our corporate clients include Discovery, Investec, Old Mutual, Absa Bank, First National Bank. These corporates trust us with their salespeople. Then we've worked in spaces like Remax, Pam Golding. We've also done a whole lot of other stuff with other organizations, BMW, WireLink. Recently, we've done work with Falcon, Stein. So a whole lot of people. So, folks, this is a 10 grand one-stop offer today only. Listen, put it on your credit card. Let me tell you, for 1,000 a month, double your income. This is a lottery system. God's gift to you, a lotto that you can win or lose only by your actions. We will do everything as your coaches to train you, to help you, to get you pitching more, and get you going through. Bronwyn Sneyman, don't let it be. We're going to fight with you, for you. We're going to get you on this program, whatever it takes. So, folks, don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on your dreams. Don't quit on your results. Don't quit on your families. People who quit die. Do not die in this economy. You got to be great. You got to stand up. You're going to fight, and we're going to help you fight. For those of you who need a financial aid package or some system or assistance, put your name up. If you need financial aid, go FA and put your FA means you need some financial aid, and we can help you get onto the program. Thank you very much. You know what? Our commitment is that we will do whatever it takes to help you get over this finish line, through this crisis, through this virus, and to doubling your income. Because sales is a gift that keeps on customer, I want to teach you how to really mind that customer.
All right, ladies and gents, while we can't hear Vinesh, it's Stephen van Basten here. So listen, how can we help you? We're really committed to getting you on board. We're really committed to working with you. You know, you're going to save a whole bunch of money on petrol this month. You're going to save a whole bunch of money on drinking out, eating out. Money is never an issue. If you're saying you don't have R1,000 a month, then what you're really saying is when you're not convinced that we can help you and we haven't created enough value. So let me assure you, we will help you. We will help you double your money or your income this year. And I'd love to just share something my late father always said, and he was rather wise. And you know, I chose very well when I chose my parents. And he just said, you know, you never make a decision based on money. You make the decision, the right decision, and then you find the money. So who's next? Who's on board? Who's going to commit today? Give us a yes in the box there, and I keep on giving you the link to Quicket. You can do a credit card payment on the Quicket link. Otherwise, we can send you an email with an invoice or the direct debit forms. So if you'd love the direct debit forms, thank you, Vivian. Cousin Viv's been with us for probably 2 years, and really we've really helped her a massive amount. I know Vanessa's on board as well. There are a whole bunch of people who just keep coming to our stuff because they like the energy, they like the way we present, and they like the focus that we give. So listen, we're gonna do a bootcamp webinar, 1 hour a day while we're in lockdown. You've got an hour a day. When this whole thing's gone, we're gonna have you in the room so that you're gonna do it again. Okay, and then every Monday we're gonna have Rags to Riches, currently via webinar, but we sit for 2 hours. So we're going to have 2 hours on a Wednesday with Rags to Riches, on a Monday probably, and working with the inner game, some prospecting, some follow-ups, just the basics of sales. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to spend an hour a day taking you through the sales bootcamp. There'll be about 20 hours of that. Thank you. Yes, of course, we will send you that info, Jean-Ray. Thank you for your commitment. Who's next? Jean-Ray was the first. Let's have another couple of people. We would love everyone on this. There are 41 people left. We're just showing you 40 right now. We're just showing you tenacity and that we're not giving up. We'll give up on you a long, long, long time after you give up on yourselves. We would really love to help you. We're here to help you. It's not a lot of money. There's a money back guarantee. I promise you, if you just do what we ask you to do, what we suggest, that you will make more and more money. If you're in multi-level marketing, we've got amazing ideas for you. If you're in real estate, we've done a lot of work with real estate. If you're in any business, if you're selling anything, I can guarantee you that we're going to help you a huge amount. So who's next? Who's the next brave person that's going to push the button and get on board? You know, you've got a little voice in your head right now. So let's do it this way. Won't you just in the chat box? Won't you just give us a score like of 0 to 10? 10 being high, 0 being low, obviously. Of how much if you had the time and the money, etc., how badly you would love to join us on bootcamp. Just give us that insight right now, and then as you're doing that, I'm going to just suggest to you, you've got a little voice in your mind right now, a little voice that's going, oh, I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, or I know all of this stuff. And your little voice is there. Your brain is, thank you, Brett. Your name is, your brain is there to keep you safe. And you come in on here, and you are hearing some strangers, and they make you an offer, and you go, oh, these extra salespeople, blah, 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 blah. But yes, thank you, Joey Nell from Channels. We've been working with you guys, and there have been beautiful results coming out of that. Thank you very much. So your little voice right now is just trying to keep you safe. Now, so Robin, thank you. Money issues, we can help you with that. We will do anything we can. So, yes?
Sorry, Stephen, I just no, don't want to interrupt. I've also unmuted Vinesh. I know you guys want to start wrapping up, but I was on a course a couple of years ago with Vinesh, and just as a testimonial, I want to say that it is more than worth the money, because what you learn on these courses not only is the right thing to say and do and think, but also the follow-up support, the practice, the rehearsal, the role-playing of how to actually do it. The worst place to practice is in front of your prospect, right? So the follow-up that you guys are offering is like, I mean, it's insane, the value that is this. So the price that you've offered that is ridiculously cheap. So I just wanted to say thank you to you and to Vinesh. Vinesh, I've also unmuted you, so if you wanna chip in, that's great, and you guys can wrap up whenever you're ready.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
Let me just go quickly, Stephen. Listen, Gavin, you need to speak to your wife. You want to get on the line quickly? I can help you close her. I don't think she's going to mind, bringing home some more bacon or ham or whatever the thing is. Thanks for the laughs. I appreciate it. Listen, we want to, Gavin, a serious question is, we'd love to still get a hold of you after this and have a chat and take this thing forward. And Stephen asked who's next. And before we move to who's next, I just want to say to Jean-Dre, hey man, I believe Jean-Dre is a female. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I blame it on my Bantu education. I could be wrong, but I'd like to give you a gift for making the decision and pulling the trigger today. First and foremostly, I'd like to say that on behalf of myself and Stephen, we'd love to give you a copy of our books. I'm a newly published author. I've written a book called Kick Average in the Teeth. Stephen is a multi-published book. He has got a best-selling relationship book that's really popular. People really love it because everything is a relationship with your maker, your partner, your money, your business, your customers, your prospective customers. So, Jean-Dre, expect a box set of books from Stephen and I. That's 2 books, one each of us when you come to boot camp. Congratulations. Who'd like to get some more value with us? Who's next? Let us bless you, good salespeople.
Vinesh, I see that Marion Hammond has got her hand up. She might be wanting to ask a question. So,
Sure.
Marion, I've just, I'm trying to unmute you. Marion, I think you're unmuted. Please go ahead. It might have been just a slip of the mouse. All right. Marion? Okay, no problem. Sorry, guys.
Ek is jammer, Jean-Dre, vergewe my broer. Apologies, man. All right, good folks. Listen, I always tell the story is that one day when we all leave this planet, normally in a box, and that box is called the funeral. And there's 2 questions I want you to ask yourself. The one is, did I play full out? Did I play full out? Did I take full action? Did I step up? Did I take advantage to dominate and crush the space? Or did I just be average? Did I just play along? Did I just do the bare minimum? Did I play to survive? I promise you, whether you play to survive or you play to win, the input is the same. It's the quality of the input that we want to change. Most people are fighting to survive. They're trying to make a sale to keep the lights on or keep the bond paid. We don't want you to fight for a sale to keep the bond paid. We want you to fight for sales so that you can live a dream lifestyle, your ultimate dream lifestyle, the quality that you and your family deserve. So when you get to your maker, when you get to your maker, don't ask him why it was so hard. Well, it was life on planet Earth so difficult. God's going to say, on lockdown day 1, I sent you a couple of amazing people. They made you an offer, and that offer came sanctioned by me. And as Stephen would say, for you to win the lotto, you've got to buy the ticket, man. Buy the ticket, and the lotto is guaranteed. Who's next? Come on, let's bless you. So we've got Jean-Dre committed, well done. Bronwyn, I've got you on follow-up. I've got Robin on follow-up. I've got Gavin on follow-up. Come on, folks. Let's get some blessings going. Who needs some financial assistance to make the decision? Who needs some financial aid? Who needs some help? Our first Rags to Riches program starts on Monday. It'll be online. And for Jean-Dre and everybody else who comes on board today, you will start with us on Monday and get this process and the ball rolling. All right, good people. It seems as if the goodwill has left the room. I want to leave you the final thought before we say farewell. And that thought is, you're either going to be making sales or you're going to be selling your wife and your kids excuses for why you're going to Bella Bella on holiday again. Are you going to go in the new year to Paris, France, New York? Are you going to Australia? Are you going to Greece on holiday? Or are you going to Bella Bella? And the only way I know how to get money is to make sales. And every single day, myself and Stephen are pushing the sales engine that we've built. And the sales engine is guaranteed to produce results. By the way, last year, Stephen was in Australia, New Zealand for New Year's Eve, Australia, and France. Yeah. Pandemic aside, yeah, agreed. So Stephen enjoyed New Year's Eve at the Sydney Opera House, watching the fireworks, the beautiful countdown to midnight. Where were you, man? Where do you want to be next Christmas, next New Year? I want to challenge you. Don't take the kids in a caravan to Bella Bella. And there's nothing wrong with doing that holiday. I think it's lovely. It's family time. It's wonderful. But I also know that there's a dreamer in you, and that dream takes money. I spent 1 month, I was saying to Stephen last week, I spent 1 month living 5-star in India, the Hilton, the Conrad, and the Sheraton. These were the hotels, you know. And you know how we paid for these holidays? Sales, sales, sales. So you either sell yourself why you will do this program, or you sell yourself a bunch of excuses for why you won't. You're going to say, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I'm not sure of the value, I have a sense of fear. Whatever that sale is happening in your head right now, check it right now. That 3 questions. Is this good, great for my business? Is this a good, great opportunity and time to take action? And am I worth investing in? Because ultimately, you're the investment. We want to invest our time and love and energy and passion into you. We'd love for you to come on board with us. Let us take you to the next step. My final ask is, who's next? Join us.
So, ladies and gents, you know, we've still got 31 people on the line, and that means they're enjoying us, Vinesh. So, you know, I want to just give you some thoughts from an inner game perspective about money. We have a relationship with money, and money is like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You know, it leaves you if you don't treat it well and find someone else. So, you know, so just some thoughts here. If your whole environment is about giving free, you're going to be confronted by someone asking for money, like we are right now. But you need to move through that. You need to move through that. You have to make some money somehow. And it's when you start to value yourself that others will start to value you, and you'll start to charge more and more what you're worth. So, you know, it's interesting to me, some of the comments about, you know, I don't have money. You don't. And part of that is because we need to get into give and take. As you sow, so shall you reap. You know, you can't expect to make money unless you're willing to give some money. So, you know, I know there's kind of socialist kind of vibes out there. Everything should be free, blah, blah, blah. But we live in a capitalist society. Your relationship with money, Tia of Eka says, you know, you have a money blueprint. And right now, if money is holding you back, it's a reflection of that blueprint, and we can help you with it. I mean, my job is to help you to shatter that money blueprint and just level it up a notch or two so that you can earn more money. But you know, sometimes, you know, we have some people who just go around to all of the free things, and they never spend a cent. You know what? You can never be abundant that way. I'm looking out of my window right now. There are beautiful trees, there's grass, there's 9 or 10, we'll get on board with you. Just leave your details. We'll give you a call later on and just find ways to make this work. Because I know there is a number that works for you. So, for example, if you can't do 1,000 Rand a month, can you do 500 Rand a month just for a longer period? And so we're really there. Gavin, we'd really love to help you, man. Yes, Cindy, you did comment above, and you were close to joining us once before. Hopefully this video webinar will convince you just to get on board, just to take that step. There's something within you that's attracted to us, and we're here for you. Vinesh, there are 30 people on the line. So who of those 30 is going to be the next person who will join us and let us bless you, let us enhance? We're not going to change your life. We're just going to enhance your life. We're not going to change the way you do sales. We're going to enhance the way you do sales. We're going to enhance your thinking, enhance your relationship to money, and just enhance the wording that you say, and just get you making more money. Vinesh, over to you, man.
Yeah, folks. Thanks, Stephen. Well done, folks. Listen, congratulations, Andre, on making the decision. To Bronwyn, Robin, Gavin, Cindy, we're definitely going to chat to you hereafter. To the rest of you who are on the line, firstly, we want to leave you with a couple of gifts. And the first one is that you've got to get your mind right. You've got to get your sales mind right. You've got to get your self-worth, your self-belief, your conviction, your belief systems, all the stuff that Stephen works on to help you believe so much in yourself that no economy, no environment, no threat, no risk scares you, within reason, of course. You're not afraid of confronting a CEO of a listed company. You're not confronted by a presentation to a board, or selling a multi-million rand property or multi-billion rand property, or leasing out 10,000 square meters of office space. It doesn't daunt you because you have that inner belief, that conviction that I can do this. And I can do it repeatedly again and again and again. And the one thing about success is that it begets success. You start reinforcing that success. You start reproducing those results. So if you want to produce higher, you're going to have to do something different. I want to leave you with this thought. Everything you have done till now has got you to this level. If at this level you're in trouble, can you imagine when this economy and this environment crunches again? Because I promise you it does. This economy is cyclic. Things happen in cycles. We may not be over the worst, but it's going to crunch again. When I say crunch, I'm saying the bubble's going to burst. Bubbles are always happening in economies, and they're always going to burst. And if you're not prepared financially, and where do you get your money from? Sales, sales, sales. So what you've known has got you to this level. For you to become bulletproof or bubble-proof or financially stable and financially bulletproof, you didn't have to acquire a new set of skills and habits, a new way of thinking, a new attitude, and a new conviction that makes you impenetrable, unstoppable in this economy. Because if you don't step up to that level, this economy will take you out. This environment will take you out. I remember in 1987, boom, economic crunch, people lost homes. In 1997, boom, economic crunch, people lost homes. 2000 property, the internet bubble burst, kaboom. People who were billionaires on paper suddenly became ordinary humans like me and you because their money wasn't real, their business wasn't real. Now, sales is real. Everything is a sale, man. And the payoff is the commission you get. So the next thing I want to say is that in 2007, when the property bubble burst, everybody ran from real estate. Now, I promise you that sales, if you're a great salespeople, if you're a great salesperson, sales is a skill that you use in every single day of your life. You use this every single day. You sell your wife or husband on where to have dinner or what to eat tonight. You sell your kids on doing their homework. You sell the gardener on what you need done in the garden. You sometimes have to negotiate the traffic, man. You negotiate the traffic because everything is a sale. So folks, for you to get to the next level, embrace this opportunity. Talk to us hereafter. Expect an email from us to follow you up. Expect a phone call from Stephen and I, or from myself, to call you and follow you up. We want to bless you. So in parting, I want to say the following. Number one, thank you very much for making the time and investment to be here today. Number two, if you did not pull the trigger for whatever reason,
Find the conviction and the courage, because right now most people are in fear. Find the conviction and the courage. Find the conviction and the courage to make the right decision. And number 3, go onto our Facebook page. Go and like it. Go and share some thoughts about this webinar. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Connect with Stephen and I directly. Whatever you post, tag us so we can share you, so we can get you known to our tribe and the people we influence. What we would really love for you is to get on this boot camp online starting on Monday, and thereafter every single day from the 7th. Expect us Tuesday to Friday, an hour a day, blessing you with sales. There's nothing more valuable than growing yourself in this economy. Folks, if there are no questions and if there is no final take up, I want to bless you with my love, my thoughts and prayers. Stay safe, keep hustling, keep pushing. Go and check out the YinYang of Sales. Connect with our page and keep on keeping on, keep on showing up for your dreams, your hopes, your family, your customers, and your money. A big shout out and thanks to Stephen van Basten, amazing man, great inner game guru, a master of the mind and human behavior. A shout out to Mr. Mac Khan, who couldn't be here today, a master of the super game, a fantastic man with a great insight and ability to help change your lives. A great shout out to our friend Brett for all his support in putting this together. Last but not least, to our friend Mark of Business Connect for his commitments. Thank you so much. And to each and every one of you, be great, God bless, and keep on keeping on. See you on the other side.